What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to do a quick review here of the HTC Titan II. The Titan II is a follow-up to the Titan I Windows Phone. This one is almost identical, but with a few really important changes. As you can see, we still have the same 4.7-inch screen going across there. And we still have the same capacitive buttons on the bottom naturally, and pretty much the same button setup all around. So if you're used to the Titan I, you're going to get the same feel. One of the other big differences is this has more of a rubbery, soft feel, and the Titan I was more of a industrial metal aluminum feel. Other than that, internally, you have the same 1.5 gigahertz processor. Your battery's slightly bigger on the Titan II. This is a 1730 milliamp battery, where the Titan I has the 1600 milliamp, and under the hood, naturally, you get the 4G LTE, which is huge in my book. That's blazing fast. When I tested it, it's almost Wi-Fi speed. And naturally, you get your 16 megapixel dual LED flash on the back, which is very nice. We'll go over that later, as opposed to the 8 megapixel on the Titan I. For those of you not familiar with the Titan at all, we're just going to do a quick walk around here. Like I said before, down here, your 3 Windows Phones buttons, your 4.7-inch screen. On the bottom, we have essentially nothing. Coming up the right-hand side, camera button, volume rocker. On the top, power lock unlock button, 3.5 millimeter headset jack rather, and we have the charger going down the back. As you can see, this thing is very thin. It feels very comfortable in the hand. In fact, I have small hands, and everything I do on this is a one-handed operation. Even typing, you can tell my thumb does reach all the way across the screen and can hit almost every corner without stretching too much. So that's one of the things that I applaud HTC for accomplishing there. I'm not going to take a lot of time to go over the Windows Phone UI with you. It's a pretty simple UI, and there's tons of videos that will show you what the UI does. What I will do here real quick is I'll open up what HTC brings to the party as opposed to other Windows phones. As you can tell right here, this is the HTC hub. Go across. You have a stock feed there, which I'm sure you could set up any way you want to. You have a news feed here, which I actually did set up. Here's the NFL part of the hub. I like the HTC hub. A lot of people truly don't, but that's okay, because if you like the hub, you can keep it. If you don't like the hub, you can just as well get rid of it. Okay, the other thing that HTC brings to the party that's worth mentioning by itself is the photo enhancer, because what good's a great 16 megapixel camera if you can't do anything with the pictures? Let's just randomly choose a picture here. We're going to go with this one. Okay, and as you can see across the top, you do have different choices on what you want to do with the photo. We're just going to go with vintage there real quick, just for an example. Ta-da! We're not going to save it. The only thing I wish is that the photo enhancer came with just the ability to crop your photo. It's not in there for some reason, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. Let's shoot down here to the photos themselves. I'll show you what this camera is capable of. The camera roll. Let's start here with a very nice macro shot. This is outdoors, but as you can tell, it's very detailed. It's very nice. And here comes another macro shot. Again, this one's even more detailed. I have not been disappointed by this camera, but once at dusk and through a window, If anybody is familiar with the Nokia N8, its camera is comparable. It doesn't do quite as well at night, but everywhere else, this is pretty much, you don't need a camera anymore. Let's see, just to kind of show you what it's capable of. I don't know if you can really see down there the colors and the detail it's getting in the bag and the toys. It's a good camera. I found battery life on this phone to be pretty good. You can roll with it all day without it being drained or worry about you running out of battery. I run this pretty hard. It's my camera. It's my sports update, as you can clearly see. It's my social life. It's everything. And the battery does last all day for me. So that's one thing you really won't have to worry about too much. My only major complaint on this phone is right there on the top. A lot of people are used to the lock unlock button being on the top of the phone. I'm really not a fan of that. With a phone this size, it's kind of hard to just one hand. As you can tell, I had to push that up, unlock it. And there is just a little bit of curve on the bottom of the phone to make the phone more useful and just a little more hand-friendly, which is a great design. You're just going to have to get used to where you're hitting those buttons at the bottom. Other than that, the Titan's a great phone. I'm actually really loving it and wondering why other sites aren't giving it more love too. It's gotten some good press, but it just doesn't seem to be flying off the shelf like the Lumia does. It could be a design factor. The Lumia is a much sexier phone than the Titan is, but if you're looking out to get yourself a great Windows phone, I would recommend the Titan. It is $199 on contract at the AT&T store. I've seen it for $149.99 on Amazon.com, and I've even seen it for as low as like $350 just by itself on eBay. If you guys have any questions or you would like to know more information about the Titan, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will get back to you just as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.